Hello, you're welcome to my channel. Today we'll be making this beautiful top. It's the type you cut the sleeve and the bodice together. So let's go. So you measure your bust point first. We'll be drafting the basic bodice. From your shoulder to your bust point, you mark it. Then you mark your waistline, shoulder to waistline. Then you measure the length. Whatever your desired length for the top is, you measure it. So I'll be using the whole of this paper. So after that, I went on to create button stand for the front. So this 1 inch is for button stand. Okay. And note, we only use 1 inch for button stand when there will be lining. Okay. If there won't be lining, you just go with the normal one for a shirt button stand. So now from the button stand, you now measure your neck width and your shoulder measurement. So after measuring the shoulder measurement divided by 2, you now add the length of your sleeve. Your desired sleeve length, you add it. So I mark 9 here, then added allowance, hemming allowance for the sleeve. Okay, so where the sleeve stop, I came down by 1 inch in order to create a slope. So I'm connecting that 1 inch to the neck width of 3 inches. So after this, you decide your sleeve round, how wide you want your sleeve to be. Check it out and put it there. Or maybe from your chest point, from your bust point, you can go up by about 2 inches or 1.5 inches. Okay, you know we are cutting it together. So make sure your sleeve is not so tight. So whatever I have on the shoulder area, I measure it to on where the sleeve round stop. Okay, so now on the bust point, I fix in the my bust round divided by 4. Then on the waistline, your waist round divided by 4. Then I added half inch for ease allowance. On the hip line also, the top length, you fix in your hip round divided by 4 plus half inch for ease. The half inch for ease is optional. So now from the sleeve length, you connect it to your waist round. See the way I'm connecting this. So the measurement to put on your bust point is not really necessary. Okay, because we are connecting from the sleeve to the waist round. From the sleeve to the waistline, yes, the waistline. Then I added my seam allowance. So you can use 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 2 inches, whatever you want. But the seam allowance should not be too much. So now check this side. I came in by 1 inch on the sleeve in order to create this stylish curve here. It's optional also. If you don't want to just connect your sleeve straight like that. So this is it. So I'll be using the same pattern for both front and back. So let's create the neckline for the back. I came down by 1.5 inch and I extend the neck width to 3.5. The neck width for back 3.5 by 1.5 inches. Okay. So for the front neck depth now, you know it's V-neck. So you can go down to 9 inches, about 8 or 9 inches. So even with 9 inches, your cleavage are safe. It won't expose. Though it will be deep, but it's still okay. So you connect it and stop. Yes, you can see me marking out the button stand. Then from the M line also, you know there's a wide opening too at the center front. So you now decide how wide you want it to be. So you can start from the waistline. But somebody like me, I don't want my navel or my stomach, my tummy to be exposed. So from my waistline, I went down by half inch, by 5 inches. Okay. Then on the top length also, you can mark about 2.5, 2 inches, 2.5 inches, even up to 3 inches from the center front. and connect it this way. So I went on to mark mine to be I think 3 inches, because I noticed the opening, it's somehow wide. So you can make it 2.5 or 3 inches. So you create it like this and connect it to your button stand. So at the side also, I went up by about 1.5 inches in order to create this smooth curve at the side and connect it smoothly. So this is what we have, and the pattern drafting is done. So remember I said we'll be using this for both front and back. I'll show you how now. So everything is settled. We'll cut it out first. Then we'll cut the back pattern, the back fabric first. If you watch this video up to this end, please subscribe to my channel if you've not. And please give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so now I need to fold in the button stand to the way I'm folding it in, because like I said, we'll be cutting the back first. So you fold it carefully, fold the 1 inch. So this, I'll be using this crepe. It's a very light one. It's a light crepe. So that's even the more reason why I'll be using lining on this. Okay, so I'm cutting out the shoulder slope. So my fabric is on fold. Is on fold. So you carefully pin it down. Then note that there's no dart on this top. There's a dartless top. So carefully secure it. And also, it's only 1 yard of crepe that I'm using to make this. You know the length of crepe is by 60. Okay, so I think that's one of the reasons why I'm able to use 1 yard. Only 1 yard of crepe fabric. Make this top for me. Then we'll cut the neckline. Okay, so this is what we have for the back. So we'll remove the pattern. I also went on to notch the waistline in case I'll be adding belt to it, so that it will guide me on the right location. Okay, and note that the belt is optional. So now in order to create the front, we need to open up the button stand, then cut out the front neckline, that's a V neckline, and also the opening at the hem area. So cut it out this way. They will pick the fabric, put it on fold. It's already on fold from the way I cut out the front. Then you place it carefully. So it's always important to secure your pattern to your fabric with your pin, so that when cutting, the pattern or the fabric won't be moving anyhow. Then you go on and cut it out. So after cutting, you go ahead and cut the lining exactly the way you cut the main fabric. You cut out the lining so that you use the line, you sew it together with the lining. But if you are using a thicker fabric that doesn't need lining, so you just go on and join it appropriately. It's a simple one, guys. The sewing tutorial is just simple. The sewing is simple and straightforward. Just join it the way you sew your boo boo. So this is it. I left some allowance there at the before the button stand for joining. So you can just leave about a quarter or or half inch, a quarter inch or half inch. So I also notch where the button stand stop in case I might need it when I'm sewing. Okay, so this is it, guys. But the cutting of front and back is ready, so you just go on to the machine and join. This is the final look, guys. If you like, you can put a waist belt or you make it fitted. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up. Please like this video. It will help it to go around. And if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.